Sometimes I advise people, I tell them, say, when you deal with your friend, we they do something, make people do, because this life inside where we day, and two best are better than two feather, two third, two best are two less are better than four. So I can we make a character come.
I believe you might have seen, you might have heard of other people who have come out to say that because they showed some likeness for a brand like Shatta Wale, because they mentioned that, oh, they like Shatta Wale, some other artists unfollowed them. This is no secret. It has been discussed. It has been said. It has been online. Many have been talking about that. So why is this a secret? It is not. It has been like that. Therefore, this is where the value and the weight comes. If someone ignores or defies all these odds and comes out to boldly declare who you are, what you have achieved, and what you bring onto the table, at a time that there is even competition at both levels, you should consider it as a win.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
There are some things, if you are a player within this game, you should know. They are just obvious. In fact, no one has to tell you. You just have to know them by fluke. It is the fact that when it comes to another player endorsing your work and your personality, it is something that means a lot. It carries a lot of weight. And do you know why? It carries a lot of weight because we live in an industry where, especially in Ghana, the kind of politics we play in our industry, someone's endorsement of you may mean war to the other person. I don't know if you got this. I can put it in another sense. When someone shows public likeness of your craft, of your trade, it beats war drums in other camps. I believe you might have seen, you might have heard of other people who have come out to say that because they showed some likeness for a brand like Shatta Wale, because they mentioned that, oh, they like Shatta Wale, some other artists unfollowed them. This is no secret. It has been discussed. It has been said. It has been online. Many have been talking about that. So why is this a secret? It is not. It has been like that. Therefore, this is where the value and the weight comes. If someone ignores or defies all these odds and comes out to boldly declare who you are, what you have achieved, and what you bring onto the table, at a time that there is even competition at both levels, you should consider it as a win. It might not be a Grammy. It might not be a TGMA. It might not be a Summers, a Headies, or anything. But still, it is a win because what it means is that it tells other people who are also paying attention to that brand that, oh, okay, if this brand endorses this, if this brand sees this one as a likely or something that he or she likes, then you should know that indeed it is something that has been accepted by all. Ladies and gentlemen, what am I talking about? I woke up this morning with a video from the Facebook page of Ghana Web. And in this video is one of Ghana's musical experts, Amar.
Take it to New York. Talk about it. Nobody is ever touching this nigga, no matter what you do. Let me tell you something about Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale can come in and insult all of us. And tomorrow, he will drop some banger for us to feel him. I've never felt anybody the way I felt this nigga in my life. Yo, hold on. Before we drop this banger, I need us to make some noise for Shatta Wale right now.
who I heard she had a party last night, like a Monday evening, and it's not easy to do that. Somewhere around Osu. I think it's the Republic Bar or something like that. Yeah, somewhere around Osu, where they had some block party for her friends and fans. And in the middle of the discharge of her duties as a performer, she paused, and just as she did at Coachella, just as she did at Coachella, she paused and said, in Ghana, there is one guy, hate him or like him, he is the Rantu guy. She was telling the world that when you come to Ghana music, there's one guy that you might not like his ways, how he approaches his issues, how he does his things. But to her, no matter what, he is still the guy controlling the bangers. He is still the guy activating the parties. He is still the guy who is the saver of the party, the lifeline of the party. And right after that, Amar dropped, I think, Freedom. And Freedom on Osu Street. It's a banger. Freedom on Osu Street is actually a bomb. It will blast everywhere. Poof, like that. And I woke up seeing reactions from people online, blogs, fans alike, and industry people. Everybody sharing it, telling the world that, oh, okay, so this is it. We might not like the ways, we might not like the style, we might not like some things, but when it comes to the craft, in fact, you can't run away from the brand Shatta Wale. And that is fact. When it comes to the craft, the fact that we are talking music business, put everything aside, let's do music, the business and everything around it, the brand Shatta Wale has achieved a lot. And many are people who will feel happy to express it. But is it expressed easily? Is it something that others can say easily? It is not. I understand that feeling. It is not at all. And especially when maybe in the beginning of your career, you had some attachment with other people. When maybe in the beginning of your career, you were tilting towards other people. And later, we see that, okay, this is the reawakening, or this is the awakening. You have now seen the light. You have now seen the truth. And you want to publicly endorse it. You need some kind of boldness. You need balls. In fact, you need guts to be able to do that expression. Because if you are not careful, or if you are not bold enough, that expression will be met by some people who might have some bad thoughts in them for no reason. And in this editorial, I would want to say big ups to Amar and her team. Being a part of the Shatta movement empire, I do not take this for granted. Because if not for anything, little reading, studies, research about another brand endorsing your brand means a lot. It is not cheap. If you understand PR, if you understand what it means for another brand, despite the condition or despite the competition, to go ahead and endorse you on a stage, it means a lot. You can do some reading about it, about brands endorsing similar brands, and you understand. Because it's not easy for Puma to say we are endorsing Nike. Or it is not easy for Puma to say we are endorsing Adidas. No, it is not easy. It is not something they will do. So a little bit of reading, research around some of these things would let you see the value in there. That is why when we hear Vybz Kartel on platforms mentioning Shatta Wale, my G, Shatta Wale, my brother from Ghana, Shatta Wale is the African dancehall king. Once again, we don't take that for granted. I believe someone might say, oh, okay, if Vybz Kartel says it about Shatta Wale, it comes of value. Okay, if Vybz Kartel will say it and it will come with value, we will place the same value on Amar saying it as well. Yes, because it is a good PR. If not for anything, Amar has some sizable following. In fact, a following that is envious of a brand like hers. She is one of the biggest music exports we have here in Ghana. She has been performing on major platforms around the world. She has some influence, numbers, online, so many things to show for what she has become. So if such a brand, with all the competition around, with all the politics around, with all the hatred, the backbiting, with all these issues aside, decided to own up, show face, did not hide it, did not do it like a bicycle, but excitingly putting out some of this information, I think it is a welcoming stuff. It is something that is worth talking about. It is something that is worth pushing in a PR perspective. And again, it is something that I, as a member of the Shatta movement team, would want to put down on record. Because it means a lot. No matter what, every other person who is competing with you in any field, anytime they give you endorsement, there are some people who would endorse you through collaborations. Because they like you, they say, oh, I would want to do a song or two with you. There are some people who would endorse you even for award nominations. There are some people who would endorse you for some record labels. There are some people can do that. There are some people who can even sign you on their own label. That's another form of endorsement. There are many people who can do different things to endorse brands that they are competing with. That is why when you go into the American music history, so many artists, sometimes they mention them on award stages. When they are receiving the awards, they still can say that, watch out for this guy, watch out for that guy. So they mention them even in their lyrics. It means a lot. There are many artists who have gotten some of these endorsements, and right after, their career changed. They got some career booster. They enjoyed that endorsement, and it catapulted them to the top. Well, and in our scheme of things, on the grounds here in Ghana, Shatta Wale might be the heaviest of weights. But still, adding a value from Amar is not something that someone can take for granted. Still, adding this piece of an endorsement from Amar is not something that anybody can joke with. And personally, when I saw the video, I was energized. I said, oh, okay, this is positive. This is good. Because remember, during the Coachella performance, when Amar was on the stage and talking about Ghana and talking about Black Star experience, showing her flag on the stage, some of my Nigerian brothers did not even like it. They were all over shouting, making noise, ranting, and saying that, oh, why would a Ghanaian artist always be on a stage and hoist their flag? Well, that is their problem. That is their problem. She is a proud Ghanaian. Right after all the running around, she is in Ghana doing her thing as well. And this is worth commending. This is worth talking about. Now I go on social media, blogs have interest in this, so they have faked it. Fans have interest in it, they have published it. And people who are industry brains alike, they are all discussing such an act of endorsement, such an act of support, and such an act of loyalty. This is what I want to share with you in this editorial. Take it down, note it, and put it down for history.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my shots, wanna subscribe him. If you na click bell no do na me the video be tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you na drop a comment was Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I yeba more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share. No brother, and I was still who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what had they be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quote send dia blend beti good news. Blend never share, never subscribe. No brother, and I was still who edumede in the more platform do. Video be able post on had they be a ba Shatta Wale. Inti say won't the day Shatta Wale fan quote send dia blend beti good news ba Shatta Wale. Ne bomb modern share. No brother, and I was sister. Who edumede in Wale Music TV. Thank you.